Hi Aries, here is your reading for the month of March. I haven't been around lately, purely because I've decided to take a little bit of a break over the last few weeks. So February was just one of those months, to be honest with you. But I'm back now and I've done the 10 card Celtic cross spread. It is a general reading. Please keep that in mind. If it doesn't resonate, check your moon and rising signs. Or it could just be, like I say to you every month, that I may not be the reader that has the specific message that you require, okay? Now, the first card we have here is the Emperor. Now, this is you. This is the card for Aries. So in this month of March coming up, we see you maybe taking more of a logical approach to things rather than being overly emotional. The Emperor talks about strength, and it talks about willpower, and it talks about rulership. But overall, what I feel is that maybe lately, the last few months, maybe you haven't quite felt your normal Aries self. Maybe you've lost a little bit of fire, that little bit of fire in you, that little bit of passion in you. The Emperor could very well be talking about, during the month of March, you gaining those qualities back. Now, I want to say happy birthday to all the Aries that have a birthday in March. I too am an Aries, but I'm an April Aries. But most definitely, I feel it's more talking about the fact that in March, you're going to start to feel more like your old self. You're going to get that fiery, passionate, airy spirit back, and that's a really positive thing. Now, what's crossing it is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles, it talks about being left out in the cold. But the thing with the Five of Pentacles, it's more about a fear. So for some reason, some of you may be fearing that in some aspect of your life, you may very well be left out in the cold. It may even be that you may have, how can I describe it? Maybe in the past few months, you haven't been your normal self. You haven't spoken up for yourself. You haven't been that normal Aries fiery type of person that I described. And it may very well be that by you coming back to yourself in the month of March and you becoming that Emperor again, you may very well be fearing that in some area of your life you're going to be left out in the cold. But the thing with the Five of Pentacles, it's more about the fear of being left out in the cold or the fear of losing something. Some of you may very well be fearing losing something. But like I said, it is a fear. And any arguments, you know, have the potential of being healed. And any mistakes have the potential of being rectified. So you need to look at what it is that you are fearing. What it is that you are fearing the loss of. And just know that it is, as I said, it's more to do with your fear. The Five of Pentacles can sometimes have that last minute reprieve type situation with it. Now, in the underlining feelings, we have here the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups, it's a lovely card, okay? It's a very positive card. It can be referred to as the wish card. And if you look at the man there, he looks quite smug, actually, as though to say, well, you know, look at me. I've got, because it's very much about comfort. It's about happiness. It's about the strengthening of a romantic bond. But like I said, it can be referred to as the wish card. It may be that you are wishing for the strengthening of a romantic bond, because the cups is water, and they do talk of our feelings and our emotions. So whatever it is that you are, that you may be wishing for, it has an emotional impact on you. The thing is as well with the Nine of Cups, it can sometimes talk about daydreaming, but putting no action in. Kind of sitting there, making your wish and hoping and kind of sitting back in the belief that that wish will be granted. But you may need to put some action in yourself in order to be able to manifest what it is you are wishing for. But overall, the Nine of Cups is a positive energy. It talks, as I said, about happiness, about enjoying life again. And I just feel, I don't know what it is, I think purely because that Emperor card is there. But I feel that certainly 2016, Aries went through the mill in some way. And I feel that step by step, slowly, this first half of 2017 is about you getting back to your normal, positive, carefree type of spirit. Now, in your near past, we have here the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, it can talk about progress within a relationship. The thing with the Three of Cups is it talks more about friendships rather than it does romantic partners. And when I think of the Three of Cups, I often think of that feeling like in that program Sex in the City, where the four girls, whatever they went through in their life, they shared those ups and downs together, and they was always there for each other. And the Three of Cups can very much talk about that. It may be that in the near past, like I said, Aries have gone through, some bad times. You haven't had it easy in 2016. And it may very well be that there's been some close friendships that have helped you to get through what you've gone through. And, in some way have helped you get back to being that Emperor. Up here, in what you're working towards, we have the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers card is a major arcana. The thing with the Lovers card, it can talk about love, yes it can, but it can also talk about the commitment to a crucial decision. It can talk about any conflicts being resolved. Whatever this is that you are wishing for, and it's going to be different for all of you, okay? But I feel for the majority of you, we probably are talking about a relationship here. And, you know, I feel that the wish is there for that strengthening of that relationship, or for there to be a commitment within a particular relationship in your life. And the Lover's card sees you working towards trying to make this crucial decision. A decision that involves you and somebody else. It may very well be that you are waiting on them to make a decision. And you may very well be wishing and hoping for their decision to be about wanting a commitment with you in regards to a relationship. Most definitely, if it's not you, then it's somebody else that you are hoping a decision is going to be made that could lead to a commitment between the both of you. Now, in your near future, we have here the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords is very much an energy about being in your own head, okay? Thinking and having, you know, all these really crappy thoughts about something. It's those thoughts that keep you awake at night, that prevent you from sleeping because you are worrying or stressing or just too much in your head about something. Whatever it is that you are fearing losing is most definitely connected with this decision up here. And this decision up here, if it's not you that needs to make the decision, then it's somebody else. But it's certainly kept you awake at night. And, you know, it's and the thing is, that's what I think. There is a decision that's needed to be made, as I said, by you or somebody else. And you are fearing in some way that you are going to lose, that you're going to lose this person. But I feel that the Emperor card has shown up to highlight that you need to tap into that Aries spirit. You need to show this person, whomever it is, what you are all about. Remind them and remind yourself of what you are capable of and what your true personality is. Don't be in your head. Because the thing when the Nine of Swords is reversed, it talks about the fact that things are improving. But you are still worrying. You're still stressing over whatever this is. Whatever it is that you're fearing the loss of. You are still worrying and despairing about this. You're still in your head about it. And you need to get out of your head. You need to see that things are improving. And things will continue to do so. Now, down here we have the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands, this is your own energy as well, being Aries, because the Wands is fire energy. the Two of Wands, it can be very much about you having the ball rolling in regards to something. It can be about you wanting to turn an idea into action, putting action in. It can also be about sticking with what you know or being prepared to explore new horizons. This man, you know, he's got the world in his hands here. Now, some can say it's almost like he's got the ball rolling. He's focused on what it is that he wants. And he's got that ball rolling. And he's looking out on the horizon, focusing very much on this. And this is the approach that you need to take. You need to focus on what it is that you want. You need to have a plan now. Do you want this particular person? If it's not a person, is it a career? Is it a job? But it's about getting that ball rolling. You're very much focused on one thing. But now it's time to get that ball rolling. It's now time to put it into action. Stop with the thoughts, the worry, the stress. Put it into action. What it is that you are wanting here. In your environment, we have more cups energy. This time we have the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups, it can talk about maybe in some way something is being offered to you, or something is going to be offered to you, I should say. And you may very well be tempted to ignore it or push it aside. Now, because we're talking about feelings and emotions here, it's possible that it could be that you are pushing it aside because you're fearful of getting hurt again. You're fearing being emotionally let down again. The Four of Cups can talk about being disengaged. It can also talk about being unmotivated. But the need here is to look within yourself. There's something in your environment, either a situation or someone that's going to be offering you something. And for some reason, you're not going to want to accept it. And like I said, I just feel it's more because of you're almost closing yourself off because of the fact that you've been hurt. Now, it may very well be that if this is someone that we are talking about for you, you may very well, or they may very well have hurt you in the past. And they may very well now be offering you something. And you may, as I said, feel tempted to close yourself off. because of a way of protecting yourself from being hurt again. Now, I want to go here to your hopes and your fears. Here we have more Wands energy. We have the Seven of Wands here. Now, the Seven of Wands, it talks about struggle and it talks about challenges. The fact it's in your hopes and fears is what you're fearing. You are fearing there's going to be more challenges here. You're fearing there's going to be a struggle. The Seven of Wands can also be about having to prove yourself. Having to try to maintain your position. That kind of competitive feel to it. Whatever this situation is for you, you are fearing that there are going to be some heavy challenges. But the thing is, when we are challenged, it makes us work harder. And if we persevere with that, we can end up coming out on top. We can end up winning. Whatever challenges you're fearing, don't allow those fears to make you want to quit and give in. Keep going through. Keep working through this. Because like I said, when you're challenged, that's when you can work at your hardest. And the thing is as well, we have the Emperor there. Aries likes a challenge. Aries is not the sort of person that shies away from a challenge. So don't fear these challenges. Embrace those challenges. Work through those challenges and persevere, because then you can come out on top. For your outcome, we have here the Page of Cups. I was going to say Wands then for some reason. We have the Page of Cups. It is reversed. The Page of Cups, it can talk about an immaturity on an emotional level. It can talk about somebody that in some way is trying to block out their emotions and feelings. And for some of you, this could be through alcohol or even drugs. And now I'm not accusing anybody of being a drug taker or an alcoholic. But it can talk about somebody who is maybe drinking too much in order to block out something that has an emotional impact on them. And they're not quite sure how to deal with those emotions. So they could be inclined to have too much to drink. The Page as well can often talk about messages. And it may very well be that for some of you, there may be a delay with some messages that you may be expecting to come through. I want to clarify this Page of Cups. Now here we have you. We have the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands is somebody that she's able to look after her own needs. And she's able to look after other people that are also dependent on her. Now this Page of Cups could very well be talking about somebody that you are dealing with. That somebody you're dealing with may be struggling in some way to deal with how they are feeling on an emotional level. But we see you here as the Queen of Wands. We see you being able to stand on your own 2 feet, meet your own needs, but also able to take care of anybody else that is dependent on you. Very much like that Emperor energy again. Now I'm going to clarify that Queen of Wands. Here we have the High Priestess, which again, the High Priestess can talk about a decision that needs to be made. She's number 2 in the Major Arcana. And the thing with the High Priestess is it's all about her intuition. She intuitively knows. And it may be very possible that you have been having some very vivid dreams. And your dreams sometimes have a way of telling you what your unconscious mind is thinking and feeling. The High Priestess can talk about the need for guidance. It can talk about the need for knowledge. It can talk about something being out of balance and needing to gain that balance. There may very well be some inner conflict here. And that Page of Cups may very well be talking about you. That there is this inner conflict within you at the moment. That on one hand, you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You're able to be like that Queen of Wands. But on the other hand, your emotions are not balanced. But you need to tap into your intuition in order to help you with this situation. And there, on top of the High Priestess, we have the Strength card. The Strength card, it talks more about an inner strength. An inner strength in order for you to get through whatever this is that you are going through. It can also talk about how a particular situation may need more of the gentler approach. And again, about an intuitive response if a resolution to this is to be reached. it talks more about the calm approach, calm control that can help bring about some steady progress. The thing is, Aries, the message here this month for March is definitely about you becoming yourself again, about you taking those qualities on of the Emperor, of yourself. There is something that you are fearing losing or fearing being left out from something. You are wishing and hoping for this decision here, I feel. The thing is, I don't feel, truthfully, that this decision is yours. Whatever this commitment is, whatever this is to do with, I feel the decision is in somebody else's court. The ball is in somebody else's hand. And you may be, you know, fearing that there's going to be some challenges ahead here. And it may be making you, on an emotional level, behave in an immature way or even an erratic way. But the fact of it is, you need to listen to your intuition. And you're going to need to gain some inner strength here to be able to deal with this situation. But whatever it is, for the majority of you, there is a crucial decision that's needed to be made. Now, for some of you, it could be work related. I feel for the majority, we're talking more about a relationship. And I don't, for some of you, it may be you needing to make that decision. But I feel for the majority of you, this decision is in the hands of somebody else. So, Aries, that does conclude your reading for the month of March. Listen to your intuition through March. Take on the qualities of the Emperor. Know that you are the Queen of Wands and that you are able to meet your own needs. Stand on your own 2 feet and also take care of others around you. And look for that inner strength. Take the calm approach here. Don't allow your emotions to rule you. But also just know that if this is a challenging situation, Aries can cope very well with challenges. And if you persevere, you can come out on top. But it may require you to get a hold of your emotions. And as I said, to take more of the calm approach. So that does conclude your reading. I do hope this reading resonates with somebody, and I do hope it's going to help somebody within this situation that you may be experiencing. I want to say a massive thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel. And hopefully through the month of March, we'll be back on track and I'll be back here to do more readings for you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.